Good morning, you fabulous people. You are watching Kwak TV because why watch crap TV when you can watch Kwak TV? With me, Calvin here. If you are watching live, please do jump in the comments. It is Friday, so make sure you say good morning to me. And if you are watching this on replay, please put hashtag replay in the comments because I like to know who stalks me. Simple as that. You can also catch this replay on YouTube. You can also catch previews of it on my LinkedIn profile and everywhere else in between. So please make sure that you do. We've got a few people watching. If you're not saying good morning to me, why are you not saying good morning? Because otherwise I will stalk you and have a go at you for being rude and not saying good morning. So I'm going to say it's Friday. We're at the end of another week. How are we feeling? Honestly, amazing week this week. I've been non-stop. Wednesday, I did 16 coaching sessions back to back on my event that I run every now and again. Oh, night, Cara. Good night, you sarcastic piece of work. So yes, on Wednesday it was fabulous. 16 coaching sessions back to back. But then also this week, I organised my event for the 29th of March. I'm glad Cara's jumped in the comments. 29th of March is Coaches Week on Kwak TV. We start on the 29th of March with Kwak TV being hosted by the Quackette herself, Cara with a K, will be hosting the show that day, and she'll be interviewing me. I do not have a clue what she's going to be asking me. A little bit scared, but we'll see what happens. Then on the 30th of March, we've got the one and only Mr. Brad Bearton himself, the UK's #1 business motivational speaker, 4 times best-selling author, and everything else that he says as well. Then on the 31st of March, we have got the one and only Taz Thornton on the show. Then on the 1st of April, we've got Cross Crossley on the show. Now, my final guest has confirmed. On the 2nd of April, we have got the one and only Fidel. So Fidel, the man and kingmaker himself, the one and only Fidel, is jumping on the show on the 2nd of April too, which is absolutely fabulous. So I believe it's Queenmaker as well now. I'll find out when I get him on the show, won't I? So yes, make sure you tune in from the 29th of March as well for that fabulous, fabulous week. You do love being called the Quackette, Cara. You really do love being called the Quackette. So as we know, every morning on Kwak TV, I do go through the different days of the year, Twitter hashtags, Google trends, weird and wonderful news, and once again, everything else in between. Because why not? It's Kwak TV, because you don't want to watch crap TV. It's why you're here. It's why you're here. So your days of the year for today are as follows. Remember, this is a fabulous website where you can find out days of the year for all year. Today is Girl Scout Day. Scouts honour. Today is Girl Scouts Day. Do you know, I was never in the Scouts. And I thought, in the UK, I don't want to stereotype. Don't girls go to brownies or butterflies or whatever it's called? Or do they go to Scouts? Not sure. So yes, it is also International Fanny Pack Day. Okay. Do with that what you will. It's also Baked Scallops Day. So if you're very upper/middle class and you want baked scallops today, knock yourself out. I like this one, actually. It is also Plant a Flower Day. It's plant a flower. What flower could you plant today, my lovelies? So yes, make sure that you plant a flower today. Mr. Ernie Boxall, good morning. With Cara, we'll either last 2 hours or an incisive interview or 2 minutes before you tear each other apart. It's going to be fabulous. And you think Scouts is when you're a certain age? Possibly, Cara. But is it just me or is it brownies and butterflies? I think that is the thing. I think so. Or like cubs or bears, whatever it's cubs. Yeah, that's one as well, isn't it? I don't know. You can tell I didn't go to any of them. My mum locked me in a cupboard under the stairs. No, she didn't. Don't call social services. She didn't do that. So, yes. And then your hashtags on Twitter this morning are as follows. It is hashtag Friday feeling, hashtag Friday morning, hashtag Friday motivation. And it is also hashtag Friday thoughts, hashtag Friday. God, we've got loads of them today. Hashtag Friday vibes. And I think that's it, right? So I'm going to work them backwards for you. So we've got hashtag Friday vibes, hashtag Friday thoughts. Then we've got hashtag Friday motivation, hashtag Friday feeling. Do with them what you will on Twitter. They will get you seen this morning. It is going to be absolutely awesome. Callum, could you coach someone in Texas? Yeah, I can coach anyone anywhere. That's what I'm here for. I can coach anyone anywhere. So yes, I can coach someone in Texas. I blocked out Flores for Kwak TV. I'm doing it. Good God, Cara, no, you're not. Brownies for smaller kids. He thinks I was maybe around 6. Oh my God, someone tolerated you at Brownies. Feel sorry for the other kids. Anyway, this morning, with no further ado, I've got a fabulous guest on the show today. I'm going to be talking about pulling yourself out of the gut, kind of going a week later, like, you know, actually, I'm going to make this week mine. And I'm talking about like mind, body, and soul, and also through the power of how this person with Temple Spa helped them when in 2013 they were made redundant. So this morning, I hope I got that date right then, because they did just tell me. With no further ado, good morning, Alison.
Good morning. Before we go any further, rainbows.
Rainbows.
Yes, rainbows.
Yeah.
My daughter went to rainbows. I mean, it might just be an area thing because I know different areas do different things, but yeah, it was rainbows for us.
Yeah, we had like a little church at the end of my street, and it was like a community hall type thing, like a church hall, which is weird because there was no church near it. And that's where everyone in the area hosted the brownies, the Cubs, the Rainbows, the Scouts. Everyone did it in this one building.
Yeah.
Every day of the week there was a different thing going. It was great. Alison, how are you this morning, my lovely?
I'm fine, thank you. And my get up and go has come back.
Good. This is what we like. This is what we like. So, Alison, just in case people don't know who you are and what you do, who are you and what do you do?
I'm a senior lifestyle consultant and manager for Temple Spa, and I've been doing this for 8 years now. And my passion grows, it continues, it's waned, it's dipped, it's come back, and it's just, well, I just love it. It sort of kept me going. I think that you mentioned earlier that after I was made redundant in 2013, it was the one thing, as I say, that just sort of gave me something else to thrive for. At the age of 55, you don't always sort of think to yourself, oh, redundancy, oh, I like the sound of that. You don't, you often panic. And as I say, it just kept me going.
Yeah.
It gave me a new lease of life.
And it's amazing. So let's get the elephant out of the room. Temple Spa is network marketing. It is an MLM, right? Let's get the elephant out of the room.
We tend to call it direct sales. We're not what you'd call a great multi-level marketing company because we sort of stop. We get paid by head office, and then we stop after a certain amount of people in your team. The Liz and Mark's ethos is that if you don't know that person, why should you earn money from their income, their well-being? So
see, that's so why Temple Spa? Why Temple Spa?
I was just approached. I went to a class, and that was it. That's all I needed to do. I went to a class, had a class at home, and I was absolutely hooked the minute I tried the products. I've always been one that's liked really nice products, and I've always used sort of like several different brands. But this one, it just sort of, it had something different about it. The fact that the products weren't just there to sort of make you look good, but they were there to sort of soothe the mind, the body, and the soul. And the packet, they do what they say on the tin, as the saying goes.
Love it, but you know what it is? It's luxury spa product.
Yes, it is. Yes, and you can find, and I think the word spa. There's a lot of people that can't go to a spa. This is why we are called. As far as I'm as I say, a consultant, but the side I am is Spa to Go, and I bring the products to you. I post them out to you, and we just take it from there. And I do classes, I do one-to-one, but it's all bespoke. It's all there to make you feel like you've been to that spa without the cost of having to travel, which obviously we can't do at the minute. So it's been quite good for us, really. But the added extras, you can do it at home in your onesie, however ridiculous that is. I've not got one, I'll be honest. I just don't fancy the idea, but there you go. Do each to their own.
Alison, I want us to rewind. I want us to rewind to 2013, when you found out you were getting made redundant. Obviously, I can probably think of how that made you feel. Obviously, I've never gone through that. But what happened with you when you was made redundant?
Well, I think the thing for me, when I first started work, you always thought that your job was for life. And the company, I'd always worked local government for 40 years, and I just never ever envisaged this. And I did start to panic in some ways, but I thought, well, I've got my Temple Spa to fall back on. And it took me 18 months to sort of get out of that regimented feel of what you know, local government does, because it is, you know, you've got to sort of stick to guidelines and that. And then I found that, like, by doing the Temple Spa, it gave me the freedom to work as I wanted to. And that's, you know, that's really what I like about it. And
see, that's amazing. You know, it really, really is. Because I can only imagine, like, at that time, your body's going, right, fight or flight. What do I do now? You know, it's a lot of people when they get made redundant, a lot of people love it. You know, I've worked with not just coaching, but even when I had what I call a muggle job, you know, I've worked with people that I'd made redundant and then carried on working. And they was like, oh, it's great. It paid off my house. I got myself a beautiful bike. Like, you know, that's great.
yeah,
But not everyone responds to redundancy like that. Because I think sometimes, to particular like younger generations, because obviously there was a big phase in the UK when redundancy was a big thing, especially around the recession and around that time. We heard redundancy and the fact people got a big load of cash. That's what we heard.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be honest with you there. That is, I think that's why I didn't panic, because, as I say, I've worked for local government for so long. When I was told I'd been made redundant, because of the ethics behind working local government, it enabled me to retire.
Yeah.
And I did, with the pension, I was able to, and I don't sort of like to push this at people, but because sometimes people think that you're just bragging about it, I was very fortunate and I'm truly grateful for the fact that it enabled me to buy the house that I live in without having a mortgage.
But you've said there you worked at this job for a long period of time. You don't need to worry about, you know, like bragging, air quote, about it. You've bought something that in the long run in this job you would have bought.
So yeah. I mean, there is different ways to look at it, but yeah, as I say, it was just the fact that I think that was what it was for me, because it's like nowadays when kids are made redundant, sometimes they've only been in that job for 2 years and they haven't, you know, there's no security when they start the job, and obviously then when they're made redundant, they're then starting to look for probably another job that the circumstances are pretty much the same. So it's quite frightening. And I think
I can imagine it is, and it's what, you know, I'm sympathetic. Can't say that bloody word for anyone that goes through it. So obviously we've touched on the beginning that, you know, this week in particular, you've said I'm going to grab onto this week. I'm going to get out the gut out. What's been going on the past few weeks?
Well, I think the thing is lockdown has just sort of, I think because the winter nights, to be quite honest, and I think what sort of started to make not just me, but a lot of people feel different, is the fact that the lighter nights are here. And we, you know, we're not all banging our heads against the four walls from morning till night. No sooner, I just feel as if that over the winter, all I've been doing it is getting up, having a shower, sitting down, and before you know it, Coronation Street's on, Emmerdale's on. And then you go into bed not long after. So it's just sort of been, because I think we've almost felt that we're restricted, and we were restricted, but you know, you've got to try and make of it what you can. And I think, as I say, I just sort of, I'd got into that rut where I just thought, oh, I can't be doing with all of this. And then I don't know what it was. Yeah. And I think just all of a sudden, I just sort of thought, come on, pull yourself together. And it was a progress thing. It didn't just happen overnight, but I think just a few weeks ago, I just started to think there's more to life than sort of doing this. And I got started going out walking again, and then sort of getting myself in, looking at different ways I can make Temple Spa work. And not just that, just sort of make me feel like, you know, get me on Zoom back, and it's back. It's back this week. It's just, you can't tell somebody what that feels like unless they've actually been there. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, look, going like from 0 to 100 miles an hour, and in a short space of time. That doesn't always happen for me. It's sort of taken, it's been a progressive thing. But yeah, I just feel that lighter nights, get out. I think because sort of stuck behind a computer a lot of the time is not, it's not too good.
I don't know what you mean. Well, go on, Alison.
Sorry. No, I think that, you know, I think it's been a big change for everybody. And for some, it's been a welcome change. For some, it hasn't. And, you know, I've seen a lot of, you know, COVID take its horrible pattern on a lot of family. And, you know, I just sort of think it's got to a lot of people in many different ways and, you know, for many different reasons. So.
No, completely. So, mind, body, and soul. Why is that important to you? And how does Temple Spa tie into it?
It's important to me, and I think it became more important to me. I had an aneurysm 6 years ago, and I was at that point where I was really, really poorly, and I had a lot of thinking time, and it gave me time to think about Temple Spa, and I just needed something. I felt absolutely pants. I looked pants, and I thought this is just not good. So I just sort of put a lot of effort into looking more into the products and getting to know them even better. And I found solace in the fact that we look after the mind by, well, it's all about being kind to yourself. And I think one of the things is, I only said this to my granddaughter last night. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. And as I say, because my mind was affected, because it was all over my head, my body was affected because I'd just lost so much weight. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And, you know, so it impacted on everybody, not just me. But as I say, when I looked deeper into the Temple Spa, this is what we're all about. With the products that we have products that are topical products that you can inhale. And it's just all about, if you're feeling a bit bleh, we've got something to pick you up. If you're feeling a bit that you want, just the anxiety and stress is getting to you, we've got something to calm you down. So we're a little bit of everything. And not only are we just a little bit of everything, our mantra is, your body is a living soul. Love it, live it, honour it. And I think I've got that right. If I sometimes get this wrong, I am going to read this. I've got it here. Your body is a living temple. Honour it, enjoy your life, and live it to the full. And I found that I wasn't. But it's, as I say, I am now. So that's the main thing. But it's just, you know, I think the company ethos has helped me through all of this. And the fact that my passion is there, but my biggest passion is that I can help other people.
And that's important, you know. When have you ever seen an unhappy person going to or being at a spa? No.
You don't, do you? No, you're right. Because it's just, I am a big advocate for sort of working with other people, sharing. And, you know, if I can make somebody smile, even just by being quirky, saying something funny, then I've done what I started out to do.
Exactly. And do you know what? It's one of them things where a bit of laughter and a bit of self-care goes a long way. And the charity Mind, their kind of like motto is self-care is not selfish. And being self-employed people really do, in particular self-employed people, should I say, sorry, not just, in particular, we don't take time to relax because we struggle. We never switch off. I know myself, we never switch off. So it's hard to relax. But if you can't relax, self-care is not selfish. You don't have to feel bad about looking after yourself and taking 10, 20 minutes to look after yourself, look after your skin, look after your body. Because once anyone's had a good old skin exfoliating session,
scrub.
Yeah, on it, they come out radiant. Everyone comes out radiant.
I think it's that get up and go feeling that your skin's got. It's sort of, you know, it is good. But you talked about Mind. Mind has for the last 2 years been the charity that Temple Spa have sponsored in October. Yes. And last year we managed to raise over £80,000 for them. And that's just through the sale of one particular product. And each consultant, for every product that they sell, we make a donation ourselves, and then the company does. And then last October, I think we were somewhere in the region of over 164,000.
Yeah.
So, you know, and as I say, because I know that I've been there myself with the way I felt, that you have a little bit more of an understanding, but it's difficult to talk to people who haven't actually been at that point, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say.
Love it. Love it. Alison, I think we might as well finish there. Everyone can find you everywhere, can't they? For your products, your services, they can find you everywhere.
Yeah. Am I allowed to say what my website is?
Oh, yeah. Go on then. Why not? I'll let you.
Yeah, why not? www.templespa.com/Alison Clover. But yes, you can find me. Google me and I do come up.
Love it. And hashtag buy her stuff. That's all I'm going to say. So, Alison, thank you so much for coming on. Don't rush off anywhere. I'm going to kick you backstage, and when we finish, I'll have a little natter with you. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds fine. Thank
Lovely.
you.
I'll speak to you in a minute, Alison. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Bye. Oh, what a lovely lady. I really like Alison. She's really, really nice. Can you imagine if I had a guest on and I went, God, they were a pile of shit, weren't they? I'd probably never say that. But yes, you have been watching Kwak TV, because why watch Kwak TV when you can watch Kwak TV with Alison Clover today? And honestly, we've got some fabulous guests coming on the show. Starting with, on Monday, we have got the one and only Gillian, I can never say her name right. Gillian Mickelriff. I think I've said that right. Which is all about feng shui and everything else in along them lines as well. It's absolutely fabulous. And remember, Kwak TV is sponsored by Quackazine. So if you'd like an issue, slide into my DMs and I will hook you up. So you've been watching Kwak TV, because why watch Kwak TV when you can watch Kwak TV? And in the words of my nana, I love saying this every day now, if you can't be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, don't get caught.